Yeah.
I didn't fade it. Yo.
Wow.
Dude, it's good, right, guys?
Wow.
Dude,
What
no,
is
it's
up,
legit.
guys? Welcome back to another episode of Your Neighbor's Garage, the unofficial podcast of the 9-5 motherfucking 6.
This
We
guy
are
doesn't
back
stop.
in the studio.
Who doesn't stop?
This guy doesn't stop. He just like we didn't even get to listen to a little bit of the song.
Yeah,
or
we didn't
anything.
hear the
Oh,
song. I didn't get to say hi. Gus didn't get to say
No,
hi.
I was gonna introduce
Bro,
us, and then
yeah.
you guys gonna
But
hop in.
I wanted to say welcome season 6 as well.
Ready? Welcome to season 6 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to season 6.
6 seasons in. How many episodes is that?
40. So far, it's been 40 episodes.
Wow.
This is 41. This is episode 41.
Sweet. I
And for the
apologize.
listeners at home, that is our really good friend Mike, with his Instagram being What's Good Mike, and on Twitter, That's Good Mike. That's his single Cyan, right?
Yeah, Cyan, dude.
Artist name Mikey with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Laredo native, so
Yeah, give
Yeah,
him a
dude,
listen.
it's all about fucking what last season we had Kid Brothers as the music.
Yeah.
Now this season we're gonna have Mikey, and then hopefully we can get more artists, to be on our show.
Oh yeah,
I'm down.
Anyone that makes music, if you guys want,
Hit us up.
hit us up. We'll put you as the intro theme
dude.
song.
But like we said, welcome season 6, man.
Yeah.
Your neighbor's
I'm
garage.
excited for this.
And we're in the studio today with Gabe, our really lifelong friend. Gabe, say what's up.
Yo, what's up, guys?
You doing?
Yeah.
You want to drop your socials too?
I'm a cutie pie on Instagram,
No, but like, what's your social?
Like you're a cutie pie or you're a cutie or that's your social. No, that's sick. What's it called?
Hey,
Yeah.
Franz. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. What is this episode brought to us by, man?
Today, this episode, we have two special sponsors. As always, you already know we're sponsored by the one and only Audio Road, which is audioroad.tx on Instagram or Audio Road on Facebook. Anything from LED lighting, music and TV installations. Hell, if you want to put speakers on your speakers, Audio World. Hit them up now. And also, today we have a special sponsor. Everybody stand up and show them your t-shirt real quick.
Ow!
Oh, well, not Gabe, but... Check those out.
Yeah, there it is.
Aren't those sweet? That is from our really, really good friends. Let me get that for you guys.
It's fucking badass. I love them.
Cradcakes. And I'm going to do a quick little ad. So, hey, guys, just want to give a huge shout out to our awesome friends over at Cradcakes. They're a company owned by two sisters based out of San Antonio. Right now, they're churning out some of the most amazing t-shirts in the 956/210. All original artwork. Check them out. Their Insta is at Cradcakes, which is CRAD Cakes. And their Etsy shop by the same name. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Victoria and Kat.
Ow! Yeah, dude. Really quick. I know it's not part of the ad, but a huge thank you. It means a lot. The fact
I
that
love the shirts.
We love them.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly love them, and I really appreciate the fact that local people are reaching out to us. We're helping out other local people. It's great to have this huge sense of community, man. So I really appreciate it. Anybody else that wants to help us out, will help you out. It's all about mutual. You're just helping each other out, man.
Yeah.
It's all about being local. So thank you again, Cradcakes on Instagram and on Twitter. I think they just made their account.
Oh, on Twitter, yes. Same
Yeah, they
thing.
just made it
And of
today.
course, the Etsy, so you can buy a shirt.
Yeah, dude.
We'll get you one.
Sweet, man. But
Fuck yeah. Let's have the people in the chat. We got Jesus in the chat.
What's
He's been
up,
waiting for
Jesus?
this
Good to see
like
you.
a kid on Christmas. I know. I realized that we've taken a long break between season 5 and season 6.
Yeah.
A lot of things came up. We took the usual 1 week, and then we took a second week,
And then we took almost a third week.
and then we almost took a third week because of work stuff. Things just didn't line up. But
it was
we're here.
genuine reasons, Not once did we kind of just like give up. It was just like on Wednesday I was busy, Thursday Fonz was busy, Tuesday
Yeah.
someone was busy. It was always
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, and if you notice, we're actually without Pancho today. So big shout out to Pancho F. Munoz on Instagram. Hope he has a safe trip.
Yeah, he's on his way to San Antonio. I'm sure he's gonna get there pretty safe. He's a good driver.
San Antonio, man, damn. We're already thrown that like 3 times in the conversation. We got Mikey from San Antonio. We got
and Gabe lives.
to San
Yeah, I'm
Antonio.
from San Antonio.
you from San Antonio.
Hey, Gabe, what do
Cradcakes.
you call the San Antonio? What do you call that?
Dude, the Countdown City,
Why?
the 2-1-10. Oh, Mikey gave me that, dude.
the 2-1. Oh, that's
It's smart, man.
Mike calls it the Countdown City. Like
Yeah.
for real,
Countdown
No,
City.
he called it Countdown City. When he told me for the first time, I was confused. It's like, dude, 2-1-0. I'm like,
So he
yes,
started
this
it.
is it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't heard anyone else
I've
say
never
that.
heard it either.
So,
Damn.
respect.
We can start making it a thing.
Damn.
I mean, dude, it makes
Laredo's
sense.
the gateway city. San Antonio's the Countdown City.
Yeah, dude.
Countdown
2-1-0.
City.
But is there other cities in the 2-1-0? We don't even know.
I don't even know, dude.
There's Helotes. There's Kirby.
Do you mean elotes?
Elotes, yeah.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Well, I've heard them say Helotes, so I say Helotes.
Well, because they're all white. They, of course, they're just gonna sound it out.
You ever been to Helotes, Texas?
Hey, you know how to,
I
you know how to
worked there,
pronounce
dude.
Bear County?
Bexar County.
It's Bear.
Oh, Bear County.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's Bear.
I did not know that.
That X is silent.
The X is silent.
Nah.
It's weird.
That's not right, dude.
I know it doesn't make
Wait,
sense to me.
I would have thought it was like Bejar or something.
No, Bexar, dude.
It's
Bexar.
I'm pretty sure it's Bear.
No, it is
Wait,
Bear
so-
No, I
wait,
believe
I'm
you.
pretty
'cause
sure
I've
it's
never.
Bear.
Wait,
I've
are you
never
pretty
heard.
sure or you fucking confident?
I'm like 87%
Where
sure.
did you hear it was bear?
Just people in,
I've
in
never
Bear-
heard anybody say
people
bear.
in Bear County. Or
I've never heard a single person say bear.
You ever got pulled over in Bear County?
No.
I don't want to be
They
pulled over
introduce
in Bear
themselves.
County.
They introduce themselves. They're like, "Hello, you got pulled over by Bear County officer."
Nobody does that.
Dude, you guys stop there.
Well, okay, but like, quick question: what sound does an X make? Like,
right?
It depends on the
like, have you ever seen like those words in Spanish with X, and I can never pronounce them because I never know what they are because they're like,
Oh, like Cholo Squinkle.
yeah, is that a word?
Yeah, it is a word.
It's a candy, I think.
like
No, that's Squinkles.
Oh,
Cholo Squinkle is the dog. It's like the mythical dog.
Oh,
of
are
Mexico.
they those dogs that have like no fur?
Yeah.
I want one of those.
You want a Cholo
legit.
Squinkle?
Yeah.
you look like one of those.
Dude, because like that's such a cool dog. Like that's what our ancestors had.
What?
Those dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Where are
Wait,
your ancestors from?
Somewhere.
Oh, you haven't taken the 23andMe?
I never taken a 23andMe.
I should, dude.
Do you want to?
I'm low key down. Like I want to see where my ancestors come from.
You know, like Google takes like hold of that information, right?
Really?
Yeah.
They already got enough.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
like-
enough, dude.
What
Like,
are they gonna do with
Well,
it?
now they have your DNA.
So
Nah, they can take my DNA.
if one day they want to genetically meet, like
they already
clone
got
me,
enough info
I'm
off like
so
my
down.
Google searches to find me like that. Like
I
can
I
just-
will live on forever
Kind of.
through Google.
Google already
That's
knows
true.
what size I am. They already know what music I like. They can copy my whole personality and put it in a jar and make a new person. Like,
that's true.
Oh shit.
yeah.
All right. If you guys hear that, our neighbors, I got new neighbors.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
So the your neighbor garage has new neighbors,
Damn.
and they have motorcycles. So hopefully it's not too obnoxious.
They're ripping, dude.
Oh yeah, they're ripping. That's not a motorcycle, baby. It's a chopper.
It's a healthy bike.
Whose chopper is that?
Zed's baby.
Who's Zed?
Damn, dude.
God damn.
Wow. No.
How inconsiderate! Does he not know we're recording a podcast here?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I had to go tell him
Nearly in
something.
the middle of the street.
Dude, we're like stupid close to the street. I mean, we are in a garage, so
We're like at least 25 feet away.
But yeah, we do apologize if you did hear that fucking loud
yeah,
ass.
you guys. So
motorcycle.
today's topics are gonna be.
What are we talking about today?
There's a thin line that every man walks.
Yeah.
When he wakes up every morning, right?
Right.
Gus, what are those two words?
Legal marijuana.
Oh, I was gonna
Oh.
say fantasy and
Type.
fantasy and type.
Well, I was gonna pull something else out of my ass, but
We were,
all right,
going,
no,
we were
yeah.
going in three different
Well,
directions.
well,
Well, okay, what did
No,
you
I was gonna try to make a joke out of it.
Oh,
Like, what two words do you think of when you wake up?
gotta
Fuck
pee.
this.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly.
gotta pee.
Gotta
Video-
pee.
Yeah.
Video game.
Uh,
But okay, sweet. We can talk about
I'm dehydrated.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So what's the
Imagine we can
topic?
only talk in 2 word sentences. Like you ever met someone that like you imagine that's the only way they can conversate is 2 word sentences.
What's it called? Oh, reminds me of that episode in South Park with the bikers. Oh yeah, when they're when they're like.
But what were you gonna say?
Imagine if we can only talk in 2 word sentences like
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Hello there.
You can say I'm hungry.
Oh.
No, because that technically that's a contraction, so that's 3 words.
Is this a contraction really count as 2 words?
No.
Well, I mean, it's 2 words put into one.
But what did
I mean-
what did you just say at the end there?
That it's one word.
oh,
Right, but
yeah,
so, like,
yeah, yeah.
so are we defining contractions as one word, or
Yes.
can we count them as 2?
You count them as one.
Okay.
Hey, do you
That's
think
one,
that
dude.
word's good or no?
It's been there for like months.
Oh fuck.
It's been there for. You want to try it?
No. Should I do it for the listeners?
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
listeners or the viewers?
For the viewers and the listeners, should I try a like 3-month-old squirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
Coke, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. So if you guys are listening to us and not watching us, Fonz is about to. So we have an old leader of Squirt in the studio that's been here in a garage through the hot summer days.
Dude, it's been hitting 100 degrees
Yeah.
recently.
But it's Squirt. Like, there's no way bacteria can grow inside of Squirt, right?
you would see if there's bacteria.
Right.
No,
There's no bacteria in there.
No.
I mean, maybe the plastic dissolved a little bit.
It's gonna be moldy. Smell it.
How's it smell? Why would it be moldy? How
Dude, it's
does liquid
Coke.
mold?
I don't. Liquid molds all the time.
dude, Coke doesn't die.
Yes, that's true. Coke is just like pure sugar.
Wait, there was water in that. Did you water down the Squirt too?
That was the eyes. Oh.
How is it?
Flat.
A little bit of ASMR for you.
Damn.
Shut the fuck
How
up.
is it?
It's not bad.
Yeah?
It's surprisingly still really refreshing.
All right, cool. Well, then go ahead and...
Is that a third fucking ad in like within 10 minutes?
This episode is brought to you by Squirt.
Squirt, squirt, squirt.
What's such a dumb name? Like, let's name it Squirt. Like, someone literally sat down and said, let's name it Squirt.
I know you would come up with something like that. Don't act like you wouldn't.
But sweet. So back into the topic though, man.
Yes.
Which one do you want to hit up first?
All right, I guess let's get the debate started, because what I've heard over the 2 weeks that we were out is that people really like to hear us debate or argue a position.
Okay.
Or at least discuss a topic and investigate it further, right?
Okay.
So
Also, if we saw you out and you said hi to us or you told us you love the podcast, just know that we fucking love you.
yeah, shout out to Oigres. I know he listens
Oh,
to every
dude.
episode. Oigres and Danica, you guys listen to every
We
episode.
love you guys so much.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys at Siete.
Dude, I love that Oigres took like a picture, dude. I look fucked up. Like,
Dude, you were fucking gone at Siete. You were straight up gone, but you were having the best time.
dude, I don't know who hyped me up, right? But somebody hyped me up to rip my shirt.
No, I saw that.
I want to say he hyped himself
Yeah,
up.
I was about to say there's no reason somebody will go out and be like, I'm gonna hype up that guy to tear his fucking shirt.
I unbuttoned my Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't give a fuck. And I ripped my wife beater open.
So no one hyped you up. It was just you.
No, somebody hyped me up.
No,
I don't
dude.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Some Hulk Hogan type shit in the
Yeah.
middle of the
let
fucking
me tell you
club.
something, brother. Oh, hey, brother, let me tell you something.
Fuck. Actually, man, speaking of that, how do you feel about going out now?
Wrestling? Oh.
No. About the whole, like being able to go out without your mask if you're fully vaccinated.
Oh, dude, I'm all about it.
Yeah, about
Like,
time,
there's-
honestly.
it's not even fucking there's no question. Dude. CDC, it's honestly a little bit late, but fuck it.
Well, what I think is really cool, or what Laredo's done a really good job, is that I think today 53% of everybody in Laredo is vaccinated. So more than half. So, you line up 10 people, half of them are vaccinated.
Fully vaxxed.
Fully
And
vaccinated.
there's like 75% that are first dosed.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to give us numbers because he's like, hey, you line up 10 people, half are vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting him to be like, 5 are vaccinated.
Yeah.
He's like, half.
I mean, he went the safe route.
That's
He went
very
the safe
true.
route.
That's very
Right?
true.
Yeah. Or like you see two guys, one of them's vaccinated, fully vaccinated. The other,
What's
Statistically speaking.
what's half of 72?
half of 72.
Yeah.
Try it.
hold on.
Off the top of your head, you
Come
have 3
on.
seconds.
Half of 72?
4,
Five,
3,
two,
2, 1.
31.
36.
36. That was close though.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
really
close.
good.
That was
31 is my 3-point percentage.
what does that mean?
That's how I hit 31% of my 3-pointers.
Okay.
It's probably a little bit worse.
Like give or take 20%.
That means if I shot 10 basketballs, 3 1/4 of them would go in.
A quarter of the basketball just goes in.
it goes in, it comes back out.
Dude, I'm deceptively athletic. People don't know that.
Well, can you
I mean-
explain what just went down about 40 minutes ago in the pool? What went down 40 minutes ago in the pool?
A Gus beat
Gus,
Hans in wrestling.
Gus beat me in wrestling, but it's because my legs, we couldn't get good footing.
Okay, no, wait. So
That's not true. That's not true. And we were in the same fucking footing.
wait.
Yeah,
let's-
we were in the same spot. And also, it was best out of 3, and Gus won 2-0.
So the way it was,
yeah.
it was a tournament style thing. What happened? It was
Yep.
it was Gus and Fonz at
Yep.
first. Gus was about to kick Fonz's ass, and then Fonz, what he did, he like last second just fucks him over, and he wins. And then what was it? It was me and Gabe.
Yeah, you fucked me up.
I beat Gabe, and then Gabe and Gus went, and then who won that one?
Yeah, Gus beat me, dude.
I won my way back up.
Oh yeah. So Gus immediately into the losers bracket, beats Gabe, he beats me. No, he beats. How did the fuck?
You fought Fonz and then you lost that. So
Yeah.
then I played you.
Oh
yeah, because it was you and Fonz first, because you guys both won your first round.
Oh yeah, we both won the first round, and then Gus literally fucking climbed his way out of fucking hell, and he beat fucking Fonz.
2-0.
I came back.
2-0, by the way.
2-0, by the
Yeah.
way.
So not only did he lost, he
So-
won, and then he beat him twice in a row.
So does that mean I get bragging rights?
Honestly, yes.
I mean, let's be honest, dude. Like, in the streets, they would assume Fonz would win, but
Right.
reality showed a different story, and it was 2-0 again. So
That's the thing though. In the streets, it don't go down like that.
How does it go down in the streets?
It goes down different.
There's no. It's the same thing.
I'm not gonna.
I can beat you in the pool and out on the streets.
All right, we'll have to
It's been
record that
proven.
later.
We're gonna have to record that later. Yeah,
It's been proven.
we're gonna record it later.
I mean, but regardless, it doesn't matter what happens. You lost to Gus 2-0. He'll be like, he can rub that in forever. So
Yeah, it's true.
I'll give it to you this time, Gus. We're having a rematch. We're gonna go live for the people. Let's do like a little rematch. Let's do mud wrestling for the listeners.
I don't think I got mud. There's no. I got no mud.
Yeah,
I got no.
what
I
we
got
getting
no
that?
available mud.
Let's put like baby. Let's get like a little kiddie pool and put a bunch of
Were you gonna say
oil.
baby powder? Oh, baby oil.
Baby oil.
That's not a. Who wants to watch that?
I do. I'd watch
You
it.
want to watch yourself?
I think chat disconnected. What's going on?
You guys can keep going on.
Go.
Yeah, it says the chat's disconnected, but I'm sure it'll fix itself.
So what topic are we starting with today?
Oh, we're talking.
Oh yeah,
We're talking about fantasy.
Types.
Yeah, versus type.
versus fantasy.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit for me, Gus?
Yeah, so I'll
Define fantasy so we can establish.
We're about to talk about that.
I'll present the question to you guys, but I want to see if we can maybe get the stream back going a little bit. It seems like the stream health is kind of off. Yeah, we're getting it. My Wi-Fi has been acting up lately,
I
man.
wonder why.
Dude, I can fix that for you.
I don't doubt that you can. I don't doubt that you can. But even if it's not fixed, we're recording. Try refreshing. Refresh the page. See what happens.
Sweet, for sure.
What's it called? But yeah, the idea for this topic, it kind of dawned on me one day. I was driving to the gym actually, and I started thinking about this one conversation I had with my ex, or a girl that I was talking to at the time. Yeah, it seems like the Wi-Fi's been down. Fuck, man.
Should we pause real quick?
Yeah, are we live?
We're not live anymore. Reload it, but we're still getting recorded. So this is still the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should we?
Our viewers get this shit raw. They get
They're
everything.
getting it raw?
Our viewers get all the things.
Raw.
Viewers.
Raw.
And the podcast raw.
Everything's raw. Like we're like a sushi restaurant.
Damn.
We're raw.
Damn, girl.
It's a fancy
Yeah,
restaurant.
we're like fusion sushi.
Oh, I like fusion sushi.
I know you like fusion sushi. You
Are we
spent
gonna? Are we gonna? What's it called? Edit it though for when
we
we
probably-
when we upload it.
Of course.
No, dude.
Oh.
Fucking raw. That's the whole point. You not just hear me. I just ranted about it being raw. But
Even our YouTube experience.
Yeah.
I mean, they can also.
Yeah, they can
if
skip
don't-
through it.
Yeah, they can skip through it. They
Skip
don't want to
through
see
it.
it.
Okay, I'm down.
What's it called? Because
So
it's still getting recorded, and that's why we do the recording because of this situation.
Just go raw, Gus. Tell me.
If anything, you might tweet that or that internet went down, so the stream's off.
Cool.
You know, and we'll try to get it back up as soon as possible. But for the sake of the episode, I was driving to the gym and I started thinking, man, what is it? I started thinking about what my ex said at the time. She said, because I was showing her this girl, this Instagram model or something, someone like that. You know, you shouldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
In
That was
general.
your first mistake.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
Yeah,
dude?
so I was scrolling through my Instagram with her, and we're looking, and I was showing her this model that I use because I like. Everybody knows I like to draw, so I use models for reference to draw, and I was showing her one of the ones that I use for reference, and I told her like, oh, this is the girl like I model off of. She's kind of like a fantasy of mine or something like that, and then she tells me, if she's your fantasy, then why are you with me?
Well, I mean, honestly, that's a lot of confidence you had in that relationship. Real quick.
Yeah,
I mean, props.
I'm very honest. I'm very honest, right? So
You're like too honest.
maybe a little too honest to my own detriment,
Too early.
right? Too honest, too early is probably more correct.
Yeah.
But so she tells me like not like an angry way, but just kind of like, oh, if she's your fantasy, then why are you with me? And I was like, oh fuck. Well, because
Good question.
good question. Well, because she's my fantasy,
Yeah.
but you're my type.
Yeah.
You know? So then it got me so then it got me thinking like, is there a difference between your fantasy and who your type is?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think fantasy goes beyond like the whole idea of like this is somebody that I want to marry or somebody I want to care about, somebody I want to date. I think fantasy is more lust filled than anything.
It's kind of sexual.
Yeah, because fantasy is like you're like that's what I want, not what you need, not what you think is best for your future, not what you want to start a family with or anything, just what you want. So if your fantasy is like
pure desire.
Yeah.
pure desire,
But
yeah.
when we say fantasy, is it like a fantasy scenario or a fantasy person?
A fantasy person.
A fantasy person.
Fantasy
Fantasy
person.
person.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Because you can
your
make
fantasy scenario you can have with anyone.
you can have a fantasy scenario
Oh,
with your type.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm a little more in line then, because when we first brought up the topic, you asked me, I was like, how the fuck are you gonna compare a fantasy scenario to a type? But
Yeah.
okay,
No, yeah, we're comparing people,
okay,
right?
oh damn,
Yeah, it sounds weird to say, but we're comparing people,
Yeah,
like
no, I get
the
you.
idea of something, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So your fantasy is something more like your ideal version of who you
Yeah,
want.
like-
so you can be like, oh, like the sexy a sexy teacher or something.
Yeah,
Is that-
or like my fantasy would be like having intimate relationship with Dua Lipa, right? But like
right.
I can't like realistically, like I wouldn't be able to like start a family and shit with her. Like we got two different lifestyles. Like
It's completely different.
yeah,
Like
but it's a fantasy because you feel like you're never gonna be able to get with
Oh.
Dua Lipa, or because let's say Dua Lipa one day was like, hey, I'm down to be with you. You're like, nah, you're my fantasy, bro.
oh yeah, well, yeah.
I'm not gonna be
no,
with
that's
you.
no, that's such a
true.
crazy one because imagine there's somebody that's within your reach, you're able to talk to, able to actually know on a personal basis, but
like-
you tell them like you're just my fantasy because I can't establish anything with you. You're not
Long term.
what I will. Yeah, something long term.
Would you have the cojones to fucking deny your fantasy?
That's a big
Yeah,
thing,
so
bro.
but then at that point, if you deny your fantasy, is it really a fantasy?
And isn't the whole point to make your fantasy a reality?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, that's a fucking crazy question because I mean sometimes fantasies are just fantasies, right? Like you just
But
Well,
what
it ain't-
happens when that fantasy becomes reality?
then it's not a fantasy, it's actuality.
So-
You made it happen.
Well, I mean, it's not until you agree to do it, then it becomes reality. So it's like, what would you do if the opportunity comes up to live that fantasy?
Are you
Yeah.
are you gonna hold on to the fact that like, no, this is my fantasy I want to hold on to, or you're like, hey, let me make it
That's
a reality?
That's really good because once you get rid of the fantasy, it's gone forever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you did
It's
it.
no longer a fantasy to you.
So
You
does
lose
your
that.
fantasy then become your type? No, right?
No.
Oh.
'Cause Do you even determine your type, or is that more like a subconscious thing?
I think
like,
it's a
like how like
I
my
think we've talked about this over and over again. I feel like the
I feel
type
like, yeah, we've
is
had this
subconscious.
exact conversation.
When?
No,
On
not,
the-
not
on the pod?
exact.
through
but-
little bits and pieces, but I think your type is subconscious based on like the people you watched growing up and the relationships you developed as
Oh,
a kid
really?
and
that's
like
some Freud shit, right?
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
that's,
no, like okay, for example, like I used to watch
Like
like
Mom-
Gwen Stefani music videos like all the time, so
Right.
that helped like define my type.
Oh,
but
dude,
I think that
I feel that.
would that
Okay.
is that your type though?
Or is that my fantasy?
Is that your
Fuck.
fantasy?
That's
Right?
a hard question.
It's
Fuck.
see because
Okay.
like my type of music is pop punk, but
Yeah.
I didn't choose to like pop punk.
It
I
chose,
just
it
like
chose
it.
to like you.
I just like it, you know. But I don't know. Like my fantasy music genre to be heavily involved with it, to make an analogy, would be country.
Yeah.
Like I would love to be a fan of country, like and that far deep into country.
Wait,
Repeat that.
You fantasize about being a fan of country music?
Like I fantasize of liking country the same way I like pop punk.
Oh, like putting it, having it in the same high regards that you have pop punk, because you can't do that with country.
I can't.
You can't be, and that's
There's
why it's your
people-
fantasy, because you want to do it, but
Exactly,
you can't.
but I
do it.
can't.
So that's what makes that's the answer right there. A fantasy is something that you want, but you can't do. That's what makes it a fantasy, and that's why we put our fantasies on pedestals, because it's something that realistically we won't be able to achieve, and if you can achieve it, it's no longer a fantasy.
Right. So and obviously everyone knows my fantasy is Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Right. I can't. There's no way in hell that I'm ever gonna reach that.
But why call it a fantasy? It's just a celebrity crush.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the difference?
So the new question is, what's the difference between a celebrity crush and your type?
Oh look, try to get the stream back up.
Oh, stream is back up. Let's go. And to our listeners who listen to it, Rod, just know we love you.
But also, that does not answer the question. If the opportunity comes up to fulfill your fantasy, would you take it or not?
You see, as much as
I mean, you can start one by one.
The
Yeah,
obvious
yeah.
answer is yes, but I feel like to once I do it, the thrill is gone.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like when you found out like
Well,
Santa's
it's like
not real.
it's like they say to never meet your heroes.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah,
Because they could be pieces of shit.
that's like they constantly tell people like, don't ever meet Michael Jordan because he's a piece of shit. Like he's an asshole. Like
I mean, I'll still meet him.
I'll still meet him too, but I know that it's gonna ruin.
Your vision of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, and you know what's funny is that I have a little like kind of going back to it. Obviously not on the same level as Michael Jordan, but when I was a kid, I went to like a Danny Green basketball camp, right? And this
Okay.
was like when the Spurs were they're like 2013, like when the Spurs made like their huge playoff run and went to the finals but lost to the Heat. And in my head, like I thought like NBA players are like super nice and they're these great guys and some are, and a good majority of them are. But I remember I met Danny Green and I was a little crushed because I was like, damn, like he's just kind of going through the motion. He's just like, hey, how's it going?
Well, yeah, because to him, you're just another body.
Yeah, to him, I'm just another kid at the basketball camp, but to me, he's
That's
Danny
every
Green.
day for him, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He sees thousands of people every single day.
Yeah.
So
That's why that my fantasy was like, I guess like, you create this idea of like how a person is in your head. And in my case, it was Danny Green. This was when he had done like the most 3 points like in fucking finals history, right? And in my head, I was like, dude, he's gonna be such a cool guy. And then I was just,
I
whatever.
mean, maybe he is. You know, it's
Yeah.
not that
yeah,
day.
he most probably is, but it's just like I don't.
Yeah, I guess expectations was the wrong thing there.
Yeah, I was a kid, so also like I kind of didn't understand that shit.
Sweet. Sorry, I do apologize. You guys can go ahead and continue. Right now, we're just go ahead and republishing the stream for people who are on our Patreon. If you are not on our Patreon, we highly recommend it. We promise our stream doesn't fail every single week. It's just a one every.
It just feels like it fails every week.
Yeah, it feels like it. But we do strongly recommend signing up for our Patreon. But back to it though. Like I was saying, so fantasy and type. What's the general consensus?
What's the consensus on this?
Oh no, Gabe asked the question: if you had the chance to get with your fantasy or achieve your fantasy, would you do it?
I would. But like fantasy person?
Yeah,
Or
like
fantasy
like your
situation?
fantasy girl. Okay, so like, so is the clear distinction here? Your fantasy is something that you choose, that you think you want, and the type is something that
Subconscious.
it's kind of subconscious, right?
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know what? I kind of get it because sometimes I fantasize about being a taquache.
I mean,
Oh, really?
all power to you, man.
you want to be a taquache?
Yeah,
Interesting.
but that's a fantasy. I won't do it.
Yeah. What's it called? I think
You won't do it. You can't do
We
it.
just
can't.
gloss. I can't.
you can't be a taquache.
I can't.
I mean, you can. You could try.
I most probably could.
I don't think you can.
I literally can.
I mean, in his dreams, yeah, he technically can.
I can become a taquache in real life.
I don't think you. It's such a distinct. Like it's two sides of the spectrum from what you're at right now.
No,
It's gonna be weird.
no, I could do it. I feel like I'm.
It's gonna be weird.
I'm gonna do it. now.
Fonz can make the jump. He's not that far from it. I'm not saying you are one. I'm just saying you're not that far from it.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm kind of in that. It's like
Like you just need to grow the top of your hair down a little bit, and you're there.
It's like I always make this joke, right? That some of our friends are certain archetypes. Like when we talk about like you, we talk about Rob, we talk about Butch. Like you guys are kind of in the same archetype, like bearded, long haired, light skinned guys. Like
Okay.
that's like the archetype. Like my
Right.
archetype is like the big guy.
The guy that's super generic.
Just big guy.
Likes
But
fishing.
like you put me like in the same category as like Yogi, like me, Yogi. Going back to season 3, right? Yogi's
Oh
in
yeah,
season
yeah.
3.
Oh yeah, Yogi was in on one of the episodes.
Just big brown bearded guy.
Some real meta shit right there.
Yeah.
dude.
man, that's meta as
Nice.
fuck.
But
But Ed, I don't know. Your category is kind of different.
what about Gabe?
I don't know, Gabe.
Gabe's close to your category.
Yeah.
What's his build?
I don't know what is his build.
that's honestly a compliment, I guess.
I've always tried to put Gabe in a box and I can't. I've never been able to.
Honestly, I try to avoid
Boxes.
getting put in a box. So
What box am I in?
I
Scene
think
kid,
everybody knows
boy.
what box
E-boy.
you're in.
E-boy.
E-boy.
I mean, that's good, dude. Like you rock it.
E-boy
and-
gamer streamer.
But the thing is, I never woke up one day and I was like, you know what? I want to be an e-boy.
No,
Nah, but you liked the stuff in that culture and
Well,
you
and
just
it-
start
and it-
getting associated.
And you
with
like
it.
the style. Like I enjoy those things too. I just don't. The style's not like
Yeah, I
physical
like
appearance.
gaming. I like streaming too.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is more like I feel like my whole life and not to say like I pioneered it or anything. No way whatsoever.
my
No.
Dude.
I
He's
know.
about to pioneer
Bro, you're
something.
20 years old.
No, I'm saying
No one is.
I'm literally saying I didn't pioneer anything, but when I grew up, I never like once looked at a specific person or a specific anything was like I like that, I want to replicate it, or I like that style, I want to replicate it.
Oh, it's natural.
Yeah, I kind of grew up and I was like, hey, I kind of like these dark colors. Hey, I kind of like this music. I kind of like doing my fucking nails. I kind of like doing this, and then it was weird because I kind of grew up like that, and then in high school, it was kind of just like, hey, you're like an e-boy, right?
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. That
And I was like, no,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to be an e-boy.
Exactly.
I'm being Ed. And they're like, no, you're an e-boy.
Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah, and I think that's something so important, as you're developing yourself as a person and you're developing your personality, right? Because I feel like, once you kind of turn 18, you kind of have like a base personality, and then the experiences and the stuff you do and the places you go to kind of mold your personality from there on out, right? As to,
You are never you. You're always
yeah.
a piece of something else.
Yeah, you're always collecting little bits and pieces, and you make them to like a fucking little what do you call that thing? Like a
Crock pot.
I was gonna say
a melting pot.
I was gonna say
No,
like
like a chicken pot pie.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like a collage.
3 of Fonz's favorite things.
I like that joke. No,
Shouts out to
Sopita.
Sopita who said that. No, Danny said that.
Oh, nice.
Audio World.
No, but I think that's such an important thing because I've met people that I feel like are very like 2-dimensional or 1-dimensional, where like you understand their personality, you understand their humor like right off the bat, and it's a personality or a humor you've seen in another person, and it's very common. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just you just have that personality. But what I think is cool is when you meet somebody whose personality doesn't like
match their aesthetic.
It doesn't match their aesthetic, or it's like a 3-dimensional personality, or like,
oh shit, he's 3D.
3-dimensional personality.
no,
He's playing 3D chess.
No, like that's always been a big thing. Like you don't want to fall within like the parameters of what.
100%. Now I realize where you're going.
That's why I want to like country.
Yeah, that's why I want to be a
mean-
taquache, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, but you can't.
I literally can. I listen to Corridos Tumbados.
Oh, I don't.
I do.
See,
My sister
I
put me
don't
on.
listen to country. Well, I mean, like I like country, but I don't like I want to be like the cowboy. I want to be
Yeah.
Midland.
That's a big change.
It's a huge change.
No, but the thing is, you can be everything at once.
See, I could,
Shit.
right?
Yeah, and I think that's what I am trying to, like, me and Fonz are trying to say, because, like, the thing with, I say specifically me and Fonz just because we spend a lot of time talking at Zoomies, but the thing about, I think, specifically me and Fonz is that we can talk about, like, K-pop. We can talk about games. We can talk about sports. We can talk about cars.
You're
we can talk-
multifaceted.
Yeah,
is
we
what
can
you're
talk
saying.
about skating. We can talk about art. There's so many things we can talk about, and I feel like we're not settled into one bubble.
Yeah, because you look at me and you assume like, okay, this guy only likes to drink beer and talk about football.
Wait, I
and-
could do that too.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
do that.
Minus the sports.
Yeah, and you
And
can
I'm
do
not
that,
saying
but
you
like
can't, but
the thing is, I think, like I said, going back to it, you don't want to be a 1-dimensional person because,
That limits you.
that limits you. And then I feel like if you're 1-dimensional, you're kind of limited to other people who are 1-dimensional within your friend groups and within your relationships and within.
I have a
Go.
question. Is anyone actually 1-dimensional?
Realistically, no.
Because I feel like everyone has a personality, and you just have to be able to tap into that.
No, but Gabe, remember in high
wow.
school? Remember in high? Well, yes, they have the potential.
Everybody has the potential, obviously.
I agree with you that they have the potential. But remember in high school, we'd see those guys, and like they'd be like in the, like their little cliques, but we're like, what the fuck do they talk about? Like how do they, like, what do they do? Like they're all like the fucking taquache looking guy. Like what do they talk? Like do they watch Game of Thrones? Like what do they talk about?
Do they
you know?
like poetry? Like
like what, how far
developed is their personality? How developed is their palette of
their conversation, their palette of interests?
Okay, yeah,
you know.
that makes
I mean,
Yeah.
I did interact with a lot of different people in high school. Like,
I didn't. I was closed
yeah,
off. I was
so
in the
I will
magnet, they
say
kept
most
you
of us
pretty
are like
close.
they're the same. They do talk about Game of Thrones or pop reference things. It's just they have their own clique based on like how they dress, I guess.
That's probably the first
That's,
thing, right?
that's the thing. I think it's more of a
the first filter.
where you grew up, and then like also the way you present yourself.
Right.
What I think is so crazy though is I think like our friend group,
very diverse.
yeah, very diverse. We don't look the same. Sometimes we do dress similarly, but if you look at every single one of us, it is fucking weird.
like out of context.
Yeah, like if you saw all of us together, like you have Fonz.
Like in a lineup, like in a
Yeah, if you lined up all of us, none of us look like we're friends except
We don't.
you and Rob.
Yeah, you
Like,
and Rob, and then the rest like, okay, what's going on here?
We have Los. Yeah, Los at 6'8".
Yeah.
And we have fucking Fonz, and then we have like me, like
round and brown.
like
brown.
a random 20-year-old, and then we
Yeah.
have fucking like Rob, you, and then like we'll have Sopita. It's so many different fucking shapes and sizes and styles, and
That's
culture.
true.
But have you ever seen friend groups that when you go out and all the guys and all the girls look like each other?
yeah.
I fuck with that. Though. It is
like
cool.
Like it's cool.
Having a
They're
squad.
in sync. They're just
They're in sync, and I guess that's the one thing where I'm kind of like, how far is their
in sickness, like how
how
like,
deep does
no,
it
like
go?
how far could you talk to them? So let's say like there's a group of people I don't know, like that look like vampires and shit. Like,
Yeah.
am I only gonna be able to talk about emo shit with them?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna walk up to him and be like, you know who's the Heisman finalist this year?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And, or can I be like,
but who knows? They could.
yeah, and I'm not saying they
we're-
can't.
Like we gotta acknowledge that we're being very surface level right now.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
very
Get that out of the board. Yes,
Yeah.
we're being surface level. Don't criticize us for
Obviously,
that.
yeah.
Obviously.
100%.
nothing serious.
Very
you know?
self-aware right now. But my point is though is like, is there some people who are only like that?
I
Wait.
really doubt
No,
it.
I think there's gotta be. There's too many people for them not to be.
Okay, I guess if you put it that way,
Statistically
statistically,
speaking,
yes.
there's people out there that legit like one thing, and that's their thing.
Yeah. Or like, for example, like if you see me out at a bar, right? You're,
Right.
Oh
you're
my
not,
God,
You're not gonna come up to me and be like, so who's your bias from?
Wait, no, he's like, people assume I only talk about beer and football.
Yeah,
The entire
like, dude.
episode, I'm at a bar. Heisman, who's the Heisman?
puts himself in that scenario.
No.
You're limiting yourself.
No, but like, you're not gonna see me at a bar. You're not gonna come up to me and you're not gonna be like, so who's your bias from Twice?
Dude, but you're not gonna do that to anybody.
What is that?
That's a reference. If you don't understand it, then you wouldn't
Your
get it.
bias from Twice?
It's bias is like when you like a K-pop group, your bias is the person you're specifically like really about.
Dude,
There-
K-pop is
there-
like the real deal.
there's
Like,
You
I'm not
like, you like
lying.
being in a circle? Nah, I'm kidding.
There's names to this.
There's not names. There's levels to
No,
it.
levels
it's
to
more
this.
it's more like lingo. So
There's
Yeah.
lingo.
so the same way like K-pop people have lingo, like gamers will have lingo too.
I mean, do you know about the?
Absolutely nobody.
Poggers.
Oh, fuck off.
Do you know about the K-pop like cards?
K-pop cards.
Oh yes, I've
Yeah,
seen
like
people
trading
like-
cards?
Yeah.
Well, not trading. Yeah, I guess they're collectible. Every single time you order
You
like
get a
a
picture card.
calendar or something, you get a picture of one of the person in the group, and they're
Wow.
collectible and they go for quite a bit of money, honestly. So
The K-pop industry is confusing.
The K-pop industry is something that we gotta really dive into. Like,
dude, honestly, I want to dissect it because I don't understand it, and I would like to.
Yeah, unfortunately, the internet's down again. I apologize again to any of the live viewers that are listening to this post. I'm gonna call Spectrum.
yeah, call
I'm
Spectrum.
gonna call Spectrum,
Dude, just
I'm
get
gonna-
a access point.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
I'll
something.
get you set you up, dude.
Yeah,
I'll
dude,
set
and
you up.
fucking wire
Or
it up
we could
too,
just ask
man.
Audio World and they'll come set it up.
Audio World could probably set
Audio
it up.
World set it
sponsor.
up right now.
What's it
Damn.
called? But let's keep the episode going. Well, actually, let's cut for an ad break, Fonz. We're already halfway through the episode.
I've already done the ad break. We did at the beginning of the episode.
You do it twice.
I don't have another ad.
You fucking run it again.
What is up, guys? So this is a sponsored ad break by. This is a sponsored ad break by Audio World. That is audioworld.tx on Instagram and Audio World on Facebook. Anything you need, whether it be card, stereo installations, lighting, TV mounting, speaker setups, and right now they're actually running a promotion where they set up 4 TV screens. If you want to run 4 different sports, if you're really into betting, hit up Audio World. They got a special. Yeah.
You don't want to shout out Cradcakes?
And again, shout out to Cradcakes with these awesome shirts. We love you
Oh
guys. I
my-
fucked it up.
Dude, this episode's in shambles.
It's because
dude.
the shit keeps going off and we're a little rusty. Like, and
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I feel a little rusty. The internet is kind of fucking with me. But
I'm
you
tired
know,
as fuck for being in the pool. Why the fuck do we swim? Like,
I don't know.
I think
like
you're the
swimming.
only one that's tired.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good.
oh, y'all don't
And we're
fuck-
still lifting after this, bitch.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, dude, we've had a whole day of activities today as YNG minus Pancho.
I know.
We do miss you, man. Hopefully next time we could swim, but
Yeah, actually dropped off shoes to Pancho, right? He was like, hey, meet me up at Home Goods, right? and I don't, this is funny, but I don't have Pancho's phone number. Like, every time I talk to Pancho, like, I just DM him, right?
Right.
And and so I tried calling him, and he wouldn't answer on Instagram. And so I was like, fuck, like, I gotta go inside Home Goods. A motherfucker like me don't belong inside Home Goods, right?
Oh, it's like Ross, but for furniture.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
why don't you
I've,
belong?
I did not know that, dude.
I've never been to Home Goods. So
Yeah, it's like
I'm
Ross,
good.
but like for furniture.
Okay, well, so I walked in with the shoes and the Cradcakes sponsored shirt on, right?
Yeah.
And I had Pancho's shirt over my shoulder, and I walked in just holding a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
And then Pancho wasn't looking, and I walked up behind him. I was like, "Excuse me, sir." And then he was like, "Oh, my bad." And like he stepped over, and then like he didn't look, and I still went, "Excuse me, sir."
Oh, what did he say?
And then he finally turned around. He was like, "Oh shit!" And we started laughing. And then he was like, "Hey, meet me outside because they're gonna think you're stealing." Because I had shoes and
Yeah,
the shirt.
you don't walk into a store with
With products.
I
product.
didn't think they had. I don't think.
Bro,
they
you
sold-
worked retail. I thought you would have known this.
I know, but like I don't think they sold shoes and shirts at Home Goods, right?
Oh, you could. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they only sell like candles and like pillows and shit.
Yeah.
That's very fact.
Well, we kind of derailed from the top, the original
Yeah,
top.
we
Like,
fucked up this
it
topic.
is like your type and your fantasy, right?
Yeah,
What were we talking about?
fantasy
well, like
and sex.
fantasy is very sexual, right?
Yes,
Essentially.
Yes.
So like fantasy is sexual and unobtainable.
yes, and if it's attainable, it's not a fantasy.
Or is it more like a fantasy is like, oh, my fantasy is a cowboy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's preference, I guess.
okay.
Just
But
be like,
so
my,
do you
my
think?
fantasy is a strong, hunky fireman. You know.
Yeah. Do you think a fantasy?
Or like, I know I'm fucking listing off fucking.
I mean,
Hey,
are
Trey,
those
Trey,
yours?
Trey,
Are those
Trey,
your
tell us-
fantasies?
Pause,
Hey, you can
pause.
tell us, bro. Like it's open.
Okay,
it's
my-
open
wait,
table.
Okay.
But do you think that a fantasy can kind of skew your perception of somebody? Like, for
Dude,
example, like say
yes.
someone wants a cowboy, and they're just like, my fantasy is a cowboy. Like, I don't care who it is. And then they get with the cowboy, and they're like, this guy fucking sucks.
No, I'm
like,
thinking more like you get with someone and you're like, put the fucking cowboy outfit on.
Oh, I mean, that's cool, dude.
Because my say, hey, my fantasy is as a cowboy. Put that fucking cowboy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's something you do with your partner. Like you're comfortable. I mean, if you're comfortable,
Yeah.
you tell them, hey, put like
Put on
So
this
then-
cat.
Put on
Put
the
on these
suit.
cat ears.
put on the cat ears, you
Hey,
know.
chill. Then you're tight. What was I gonna say? Y'all fucking threw me. Fuck off.
No. So like, let's just say.
Oh wait, sorry. If,
Go for it.
If someone that's your type, you put them in the outfit of your fantasy.
That's even better, bro.
What the fuck is that?
That's your type living out your fantasy.
And I mean, that's something you should do, or like in a relationship, I
I think
guess.
that's very healthy. I think that's very healthy.
It is healthy.
Hey, like if your partner thinks that's fucked up, then they got issues. They got insecurity issues,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's not
We're
that
never-
serious.
we're never the problem.
It's not that serious. It's
no,
not
I
that
think-
serious.
I'm not wrong. You're wrong.
No, I think more what I'm trying to say is that like I don't think we can compare fantasy and type.
I think.
I don't think so.
Well, it's because
Because for me, in my head, when you say fantasy, I'm dead ass thinking, oh, like a teacher, a firefighter,
Well,
like
like-
even a mermaid, or like something
Oh
like
fuck,
that.
dude.
you want that fish pussy.
I'm gonna pull up to Long John's like, hey, give me that fish pussy.
You got no deep fried fish pussy.
Fuck.
No,
that's
so-
fucking funny.
Obviously, my and I've said this before, and everybody fucking know this. Yes, my fantasy is Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
So I that can never happen. But
What?
she's a celebrity crush. But your celebrity crush by default is your fantasy
Yeah,
because you can't,
I agree with that.
right?
Now with
But-
that
And you
attitude,
can't tell your partner, hey,
What if
be
your
that.
type cosplays as your celebrity crush?
Well,
That she's fulfilling a
wait, no.
fetish.
So, but can your fantasy also just be a regular person?
Oh,
of
if they're
course.
not, it's because, dude.
So-
have you ever seen somebody and they're unobtainable? You know you can't have them, but you want them.
Yes,
That is a fantasy.
that's your fantasy girl, right?
That can be your fantasy.
So there's levels to this.
There's got to be levels. So
It doesn't have to be a celebrity. Like,
in the fantasy side, let's step aside from the type and think about fantasy. In your fantasy, the number one is your celebrity crush, right?
most of the time, yeah,
Most of the time, celebrity crush, everyone can agree that's a fantasy.
yeah.
But then if you take it a step more locally, if there's people around, if there's girls around you, like in the scenario we're all guys, if there's girls around you and they resemble your celebrity crush,
That's another level.
now they're still your fantasy. That still falls within your fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
If your fantasy is Anya Taylor-Joy and there's a girl that looks like Anya Taylor-Joy, she's your fantasy girl.
She can also be your fantasy girl, but I feel like she's more obtainable because she's not Anya Taylor-Joy.
Exactly, right? But so then it's not being obtainable or being not obtainable is not a determinant factor of fantasy then. Because
Yes. Yes. Unobtainable
My brain
equals
fucking
fantasy.
hurts.
Yeah,
if it's
honestly.
obtainable,
trying
it's
to-
not a fantasy.
if it's obtainable,
It's not a
then
fantasy.
she's not your fantasy.
No.
I mean, we can start talking about like the type. You know, the other half of the
Yeah,
argument.
let's look at the other side.
Guys,
Your type. Do you choose your type or do you not choose your type?
I feel like it's subconscious.
I think honestly, I feel like I choose.
Elaborate that, because you've said that like 5 times.
Okay.
And
Well,
explained
when
it.
I say, your type is definitely determined like by like the very first girl you ever had a crush on. It's determined by like
I don't know about
No, that's I don't know about that.
I don't think I don't think there's a kid and he's like, oh, my first crush. Now for the rest of my life,
Yeah.
every crush is
you've
gonna-
never had that girl in your life that's like, you know what, like she's the blueprint. Like she's the one.
We
that,
had this question last time, but no, because like
I think that
No.
would fall under fantasy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, then
Your,
what?
your blueprint, your bluept girl is your fantasy.
yeah, because you can
Because
also
you have to make it.
you can have different types as well.
You can have to like. I think other people see your type better than you see your type.
That's true.
Yeah,
because
I've
I
had
see
people-
Gus's type like that.
Like you're like.
Oh, I
okay,
see
what's
that
my
too.
type?
Gus's type is
Tall Amazonian chicks.
Tall Amazonian women.
Yep.
That's literally like a Jujutsu Kaisen reference.
Yeah.
You like tall women with big butts.
Is that? I
That's
haven't
a-
gotten that far into the anime.
That's a good anime, by the way.
I'm
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
episode 5.
Oh my.
Yeah,
fault.
and
So that's my
and
type.
lighter skinned.
Yeah, like Amazonian tall girl with light skin, like
Black
slight
hair?
complexity.
Black
right?
hair.
Right?
And
Okay.
brunette.
What's
we'll say.
my fantasy, Gus?
Thin and crispy.
Wait. Wait.
Elaborate on that.
Fonts like small, petite girls.
But
I feel
wait, are
Fonz
we
was
asking fantasy or type? Because
We're talking-
you explained his fucking type, and then you asked fucking fantasy, and then
I just
he
said
goes-
type.
You guys have to define it.
You-
It's
no,
because see, like,
wait,
I think if we look at the history of the girls I've dated,
Hold up.
Yeah.
Let's
is there
do
a
it play
common?
by
Is
play.
there a common difference? Is there a common?
No,
Since we're getting so confused,
you guys are.
there
like,
might be the
mixing it
same
up.
thing, dude.
And that's what I'm
fuck.
saying. That's
Dude,
how-
yeah, we're getting so confused. Define the lines like
The
our
lines have been
type
blurred.
is like the fantasies, you know? Like it's just like another version of our fantasies, like what's obtainable.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I don't think we can compare the two.
Yeah, I
my
honestly
God.
don't.
Well,
Yeah.
you just said something that probably that's like our types are the obtainable versions of our fantasies.
Yeah, I guess. you
Whoa,
could, yeah.
whoa,
I mean, you don't have to
whoa.
put it like that, but
And then
yeah.
plus, you can have different types and different fantasies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you
you're-
can have different fantasies.
You're not going to be
right?
held down to only Gal Gadot.
Yeah, just
No,
like
yeah, because I
uh,
like Margot Robbie too,
Yeah.
and
like-
Anya
and she-
Taylor
and
Joy.
she- and they're very, very different. You know,
They got different styles. They got
Yeah.
different styles.
I guess I have a question for Fonz because apparently his crush, like type girl's the only girl he's interested in.
So he's
like
you
Blueprint.
only have one type.
Yeah, that's like the question here.
Because I mean, you've said yourself that you're very straight path. Like it's either this or it isn't this.
Whoa, y'all putting me on the spot.
No.
I mean, you put yourself in this. It's because
your
your
opinion.
opinion.
Because remember when we did the wavelength episode, you said that you don't change. Like
Yeah.
you don't change. So like
I guess maybe I'm like a, what do you call that? Like I like something that's comforting. So I think maybe I'm always trying to find like that same.
Oh,
type
like you're
of,
scared of like
you know,
not
and
scared,
it
but-
doesn't have
yeah.
to be aesthetics either. It could be the way they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way they are. Yeah. But
Oh, like a caring person, you know, because
Oh, you mean like a good person?
no, okay,
You're
no,
scared
no,
of
no,
that,
sorry.
Fonz?
I fucked it up.
No,
but
yeah.
There's some people you meet, significant others, and you know they're a lot more caring, or they're a little more needy, or they're a little all over you. And I honestly, I'm about that. I'm about someone who's very, you know, kind of on top of me, kind of, you know, needs a lot of attention, because I'm about that too.
I'm not.
I can't
do that.
I'm not, and I can't do someone who's cold. And, you know,
Really?
and there's relations that work like that, but I can't. But that's only because like,
you know what I like? I like when they're kind of mean to me.
me too.
I like when they can roast me
Wait,
back.
which
I like,
one is it?
I know you just said.
Yeah, which one? Wait, Ed, which one
I
is
like
it?
both.
Wait, I mean, that's good. That's fine.
So then maybe you have multiple types. Oh, the Wi-Fi's out.
Oh.
No
Oh,
wonder.
and there's my parents walking away with the modem.
Yeah,
So this episode's not going to be up until maybe
I think
tomorrow.
that's a big thing too. Is that I've always liked girls that are kind of like mean to me, and like the meaner you are to me, the more I like you. Like,
Well, I feel like that's like based on your personality because you're very like you want to get the attention from someone, and if you can't get that person's attention, you probably want them more.
that's
So that
that's
lines
very
up
true.
with like
That
a
shit
girl
is
being
very
mean to you, and
That's
you like
very
them.
true,
So
yeah. That's because it throws me off, and it throws me off when people like are nice to me, and like when people like gas me up and stuff, because like my friends do such a good job of humbling me.
Because if we don't, then your head explodes.
Dude, but
Yeah.
like honestly, sometimes seeing his head explode is fun.
No,
Like
I like instigating every now and then. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I
but,
do.
but sometimes it genuinely like gets to you, so we have to bring it down. And not to say
No,
like
but that's
that you're
good
shitty,
though.
but,
Yeah,
like,
y'all keep me in check.
yeah, like
we
but
keep
that-
you in check, and then we also just like we keep you in check.
yeah, honestly, sometimes we get a little.
you keep me in check, and you keep me there.
yeah,
we make sure you stay in check.
I don't know. I just think that like, I guess maybe it could be just the way I was raised and stuff, but I feel like if somebody's nice to me all the time, it's not genuine, or I feel like there's something like there's
bro,
an
that's
ulterior-
there's some weird
that's some
malicious-
deep. That's
Yeah.
some deeper
Wow,
stuff, dude.
that's a good,
Yeah,
a
there-
huge step, dude. What the fuck?
there's like some ulterior motive that they want from me. So I feel like when someone's mean to me,
Wow. Weird.
I'm able to like, okay, I understand what their motive is because they're mean. Like it's not
What do you mean by mean? What do you want them to do to you?
like they don't have to be specifically like fuck you, Fonz. I fucking hate you. But like I like when someone can make fun of me. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
like
someone can call me out.
playful
Like,
banter.
when you can dish out banter.
yeah,
I like that too.
but I don't really dish out banter. I just like taking it.
Honestly, I feel like I don't
like
dish
dishing
it
out.
either because I feel like the other person might be a little bit more sensitive than
Yeah.
mine. So like
Yeah.
I'll take it, but
Yeah,
I don't
but-
like dishing it out.
But
I like dishing it
Maybe I'm
out.
just fucked up. Maybe
I mean,
don't-
so just to go back to the topic,
Yeah.
your blueprint. So you see yourself sticking to one type of girl since like your first crush.
yeah, definitely.
That's
So that's something that you
interesting.
actively
That's hardcore.
pursue.
That's pretty hardcore.
Because there's some people that sometimes will date outside of their type.
Yeah.
Like an outlier kind of a thing.
Wait, so are you dating outside of your type, or are you just is that your type and you have multiple types?
I think you can.
I
can
want-
have-
Is every single person you get with your type?
It's like, do you
No.
like one
No.
flavor
Yeah,
or do you
'cause
like
sometimes-
different flavors? You want the whole variety
No,
pack?
no. He asked a good question.
No.
Like, is every person you date your type? And the answer is no.
No.
Sometimes they're not
Wow.
your type. You know.
I mean, that's why you guys break up.
Maybe that's why I think I have so
No.
many types. Because every single person I've been with, I'm like, oh, you're my type. You're my type. Even if they're like drastically different.
Maybe you just want them to be your type.
Wow.
Oh, you're,
Is that called? That's called,
Walking out.
it's called infatuation,
you know what you're
right?
trying to do?
You're trying to force the type.
You're trying to put a triangle in a circle hole.
How the fuck? What? How?
That sentence was so hard to get
What?
out.
What do you
No, yeah,
mean?
you're like trying to fit round
Square-
peg in a square hole.
But I genuinely like every person I feel like I've been interested in or I've talked to, or, you know, I've been in a romantic setting or whatever. I feel like they are my type, even though they are drastically different. Oh, but I think that kind of goes back to me being able to be like, oh, I can talk about not being in a
You're
circle.
multifaceted.
Wow.
Different dimensions.
People that are multidimensional, multifaceted probably have different types.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
So-
Wow. Yeah,
so-
because if I get like a goth girlfriend,
Yeah.
like you're gonna see me next week looking fucking goth as fuck, and then next week if I get like a surfer,
Oh, you feel like you're
You mold yourself.
Oh,
You feel like your partner-
But
Ah,
you've done that.
I'm a
you
fucking
do that.
Libra, dude.
Yeah, that's not just.
Wait,
No, no,
what?
but-
That's
yeah.
the thing?
Yeah, Ed,
Libras like to mold themselves.
Ed and Rob, our really good friend
Fuck.
Rob, they mold themselves to fit the social setting and the people around them, and that's very admirable because I can't do that.
I do that too.
You do it too, but
Yeah,
you do
you're-
it.
But I
do
don't
it.
change my personality over time.
I'll disagree.
Over
with you,
time.
yeah.
Over time.
All right.
I think you're slightly impressionable, but not in a bad way.
Okay, cool.
Like
I think you just camouflage. You don't shapeshift. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I was getting at. Like you
camouflage.
and Rob can shapeshift. I camouflage.
Dude, I don't do none of
Yeah,
that.
I feel
shit.
like no, I don't do any of that either.
It's either
No, you're very.
Yeah,
This
like,
is you.
you
Like
guys
you
are-
don't change.
you guys-
Sorry.
And I think that's why sometimes, you know, I rub people the wrong way because I won't change who I am to fit in any social setting.
But I mean, just because you're not changing yourself in the setting doesn't mean like you're not yourself. Like
No.
yeah.
like you're yourself in every setting.
In every setting.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I'm the same person at home as I am out. So
and,
like,
and
Oh,
it's not
same,
to say
dude.
that I'm fake when it comes to new people. It's just more like I'll show a different side to you.
Oh.
So if I know if I'm talking to someone who I know is a weeb, I'll fucking talk anime. I'll talk anime my ass off. If I meet someone who is primarily into sports, I'll talk about sports. But because I like that shit. I'm not being fake. It's
just
more
Because
Like-
you actually like that part.
Yeah, so I'm
being
only-
fake would be
Shapeshift.
like me. I don't really like sports, but if I start trying to talk my ass off about sports to
Yeah.
some girl, that's me being fake.
yeah.
but I've seen you like talk to guys about like soccer. And I know you haven't watched soccer like in 5 years.
Yeah, but that's just
But dude, honestly,
hold on.
you're
But you
being-
use the same experience that you have had with it, and that's how you cover like the blemishes of like what you don't know.
I talk what I've experienced.
Yeah.
I don't make shit up.
Yeah.
So it's not fake.
Yeah.
It's just
Not.
it's
up
just
to date.
expired information.
Yeah.
expired.
Wow, that's
information.
crazy.
I feel like I do that
You
too sometimes.
camouflage, not shapeshift.
I camouflage. I don't shapeshift.
So just
But-
to go back to what Ed said, so you do change your appearance based on who you're dating.
in a sense, and I don't think I do it on purpose.
I've
I
seen
mean,
you
yeah,
do
I mean,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
no,
that.
No, and I've
Just a
seen
question.
Ed literally wear like his girlfriend's clothes. Like I've seen him show up with like sweaters and stuff from his
Bro,
girlfriend's.
I
like,
wore girl jeans,
Oh,
so
I'm
he
not
can
saying
wear
that's a bad
skinny
thing.
jeans, bro.
I don't remember that.
Yes, you do. I've seen you.
That I take my girlfriend's clothes and I wear it.
Are you talking about the cosplay he did? Because he
No.
looks fire on that.
No. Like
I'm
I
confused.
remember there was an instance where you were dating a girl and she gave you one of her sweaters and you wore it and you rocked it.
Dude, that's a fucking sweater, dude. It's like when a girl wears
That's
your.
okay, dude.
No, I'm not saying there's nothing
No,
wrong
I'm not
with
saying
it.
that it's
Yeah.
not okay, but I don't think that's me
Like
changing
wearing-
my style.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just cold. It was cold that day.
Maybe he's changing your style for him, you know.
I don't know. That can kind of confuse me.
I mean,
One
Like
because I don't.
I'm upset.
yeah,
If you want me to say it, I'll say everything. I'll give you the full like details if you're comfortable with me saying the full details.
give me the sweater name.
It was like a one with like the flowers, the blue paisley one. You used to wear to Zoomies all the time.
But okay, that one we both bought that sweater. So me and a girl we bought a sweater, but that's not me changing my style.
Wait, dude, that's like a. You don't buy clothes with
what's
your.
he doing?
With your.
Oh, he's
with
gonna
your
come
girls?
to-
He's gonna whisper it.
Oh, I mean, you can
Yo,
bring
why,
it up.
why are you being cryptic, bro? See, fuck, secrets don't make friends.
I feel like I feel like I already know what they're mentioning.
Yeah.
Go back to
What,
your mic.
what are you doing?
Okay, so what he told me is it's so fucking weird, man.
Why do you do this?
but that's not me changing my okay, but basically what he's referring to is my ex-girlfriend. She had a sweater that she bought and she didn't like it and she gave it to me. So I fucking wore it.
Why would you not wear it?
Yeah,
That's the question.
but my point is there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not me changing my style. It's because that sweater is my style.
Yeah, he just considered
a girl that I used to talk to left her scrunchie behind, and I used her scrunchie. Is that me changing my style?
That's like, no, it's not.
I'm confused.
Right?
I guess Fonz is just built different. Like, honestly.
Fonz is a different breed.
Yeah.
Gabe, you've known me for about what, 20 years?
That's probably accurate.
18? Maybe
Nah,
18?
dude, it's probably like 19.
So
20.
19 years?
Yeah.
How many times have I changed throughout our life?
Personality, I think twice big time.
Twice big time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yo,
Oh,
some,
shit.
some awakening
Whoa,
shit.
yo.
right
Yeah,
now.
no,
Yeah, like high school and then you grew out of that and then college.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what? If I'm being honest, man, a year.
So one change, but like two.
Yeah, two separate
versions, but
well, I
one
guess
change.
3 pre-high school, and then post.
Okay.
Post high school.
But is that changing or is that just growing up?
Yeah.
I think
I don't know.
I
'Cause
think
I've-
I think I knowing Gus has changed.
Yeah, because Gabe's been this exact
Wait,
same.
You don't think it's growth?
It could be growth.
because,
like
oh,
from,
Oh yeah, I mean it is maturity, at one point.
maturity just kicking in. Because what I do know is when I first started working at Zoomies and I met you, I think you were a very completely different person.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! And that was college. I was in college.
Yeah, you're in college.
Oh, I don't think you're much different from
And
when I started college.
Would it
Maybe
also,
maybe you get to know him better.
exactly. It could have been that what you were showing me. I dug deeper and I found the real Gus.
Yeah.
So either I found the real Gus or Gus
the real Gus
changed.
found you.
Yeah, the
fuck
real
up.
Gus.
I mean, maybe because I just met you, I didn't show you who
Yeah,
I was.
so it
you
could
know?
be that too. But I definitely do remember a big difference.
Can you say it? Like I'm because I'm blind to this. I'm unaware.
No, not different. You were, damn. Maybe it was the fact that I just wasn't that close to. But
Yeah. I mean, getting to know
yeah, getting to know someone, it changes your perspective
your
on them.
coworker.
Yeah,
Getting to know your coworker takes a while.
It probably yeah. And I mean, Fonz, we worked in the same. You've worked with me the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see me change throughout Zoomies?
I feel like when you first came aboard, you're definitely a little bit more, sheltered. I mean, not sheltered, closed. Like you
Right.
wouldn't talk
Straight
to
edge.
us. Huh?
Straight edge. Like
No,
more
not straight edge.
I was very straight
That's
edge.
true. Gus was straight
You're
edge.
super straight edge.
that
Dude.
might be what I was kind
Yeah,
of talking
because
about.
because I remember Gus would not party. Like Gus was like, I don't drink, I don't go out, I just go play Magic the Gathering.
Bro.
Yeah,
That's a good
with
guy.
him, I would play with him.
And then I was like, wow, like that's weird. Like, how you 21 and not want to go out and drink and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Gus hit 22, and then
22 is my year.
yeah,
Well, he did drink beforehand, and I guess
you had like a bad experience.
The next like step was because he didn't like cans for the longest time, was being able to drink beer.
Yeah, Gabe got me into beer. Thank God.
Nice.
So like beer just cause it's not a hard drinking,
Exactly.
It's just
It's not difficult to drink.
It's not drink. Yeah, exactly. Like you're not gonna get fucked up over like 1 or 2 beers. So,
Yeah.
get cozy, talk with people, socialize.
That little progression as you drink as a unit is really one of the best things ever.
Yeah,
When you have
I've seen
conversations like
Fonz
this.
change. I've seen you change,
Yeah.
like from when I first met you to where we're at now. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
you go through multiple changes.
Yeah, multiple changes. And
Yeah, it's very cool.
I'm very happy with the person I am today, and I think it really takes a lot of like self growth where you got to sit down. I mean, they always say like when you're comfortable, you're not growing, and if you're in a situation where you're comfortable, you're never gonna change. You're
Dude,
never gonna grow.
100%. I what's it called? I saw a documentary a few days ago, and one of the quotes that it was that comfort is the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was literally laying in bed, and I was like under
I'll cook.
Like fuck this, dude.
I swear, I was under,
I'm standing on my head.
I was on under 2 blankets, and I was like, comfort is the enemy, because before I walked in the room, I was like, hey, I'm gonna get online, and I'm gonna play Valorant, and I'm gonna aim train, and I'm gonna play comp, and I'm gonna do this. I got in bed because I wanted to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And then the fucking documentary, comfort is the enemy, and I was like, dude,
And you know what's funny is that and Gus is really good about this because I'm very fucking lazy, and like if it was up to me, like I would be home all day playing NCAA football like in my underwear. But Gus is always
Nice.
like, hey, it's Friday, let's go drink now, or let's go out now, or like it's like midnight. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm ready to call it, and he's like, no, we're going over here. Like Gus, I guess you never get tired or something, but
It's not that I don't get tired. It's just that I've come to realize that
We got a limited amount of time.
You only have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And if you work 8 hours as a day in a regular full-time position and you sleep for 8 hours, that's 16 hours. You only have 8 hours to do other shit.
And that's not including, well, that's 8 hours, but before you go to work, that's maybe an hour spent. Your lunch, that's already an hour spent. So that 8 hours turns to 6.
Yeah.
Because like, there'll never be a perfect opportunity to like in real life, like if you want to go to the bar, you're gonna have to go after work. You know, like the perfect opportunity is not always there. You take advantage. You just have to go.
Yeah.
Like whenever. You know.
No, yeah. You got to make your opportunity.
Yeah, you have to make your opportunity. Yeah, you have to force it. That's
you have to force it. You know. So my thing is, I don't want my work to be my life.
Yeah.
A lot of people, their work is their life. Like, oh, who are you? I'm like, oh, I work construction, or oh, I do this. Like, I do that. Like, they say their profession, and I don't want my profession or my job
To define you.
to define who I am.
Yeah.
I want my people, my friends, my relationships to define who I am, because that's really what truly matters in a world where nothing matters. You know,
Oh, that's beautiful.
Damn,
So-
kind of sounds like you're starting to hate capitalism.
dude, get out of here, man.
that was all nihilism, not capitalism.
No, but I sometimes understand that because there's a lot of times where like I just want to be home and do nothing, but then I'm like, man, like I can do that shit when I'm 30. Like I can be home and do nothing.
30,
when I'm 30.
dude. Like when you're 50, dude, relax,
but,
dude.
Yeah, 30 is not the end of
Rob's
your
30.
life, bro.
Rob's 30.
He needs to stay home and do nothing.
No, I think we need to move past that. That when you're 30, you should be doing nothing, or you should already be in a home.
Bro, honestly, 30. What the hell, dude? Relax,
Dude,
man.
30 is the new 20s.
Wow.
Okay,
We're still kids.
that might be cap. But
I'm only-
30 is the new 20. Ed 20.
I know
That's true.
I had there's so many like I don't know like
I mean, that's a good attitude to have, honestly.
I don't want to be like, oh, I'm 30, I'm not gonna have any fun, I'm not gonna do anything.
I mean,
Fuck that,
even
dude.
at our age, which we're 24, 23, you're 22. Well, I guess Gus and I, we already see a lot of people that just don't do anything outside of work anymore. Other hobbies gone. Like, oh, they used to lift in high school, gone. They used to do sports, gone. And they might even feel that at 20 or 22, where like people outside of you just like, it's only they shut off already, you know. And maybe they're happy, and that's great if they're happy. But
Yeah, some people love just that grind. Some people just love to just work, go home to their significant other, just chill out, watch TV, repeat it every day.
I feel most aren't. But yeah, I do think a lot of them are.
And if
happy.
you do, shout out to you. But we like to party.
Yeah. So like back to why I force you to come out all the time. It's because I think out of our friend group, I'm one of the ones that and Danny have the classic 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So I have the classic 9 to 5, and it sucks because you wake up every morning, Monday through Friday.
Hates 9 to
You
5.
go to chill. Hold on, chill. It's not like that.
Gus's bosses just heard, man.
It's not like that. It's not like that. You
kinda
wake
based.
up the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then after work, you have a couple of hours to do what you want, and then you have to go back at it the next day. That's fine, right? But I want to squeeze as much as I can out of those hours that I have in the next day, and I want to squeeze as much as I can in the weekend, because I know during the week when Monday comes, I'm only gonna have less hours to do things.
Yeah, and that's like that's the good way to think about it. It goes back to like what I said, like there's no perfect timing. You have to you have to take advantage of the time you do have. Like 24 hours in a day is very little.
So that's why when you fucking say, I'm gonna go home at 11. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Or what I like
You're
to
22, you're 23, you're 22. The time to fucking stay out late
Is now. That's true.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Like the other day,
Or
I got
it's
home.
also it's whenever. You can stay out late when you're fucking 30. Also.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But I do
it's
get
'cause
your
when
point.
you're 50, like staying out till 3 or 4 a.m., it starts taking a toll.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, now is the time to be coming home at
with
6
the
a.m.
minimal consequences.
with minimal consequences.
There we go.
Dude, showing up at 6 a.m. home,
My dad, last weekend, I came home Friday and Saturday at 6 a.m. with Whataburger in my hand, and my dad wakes up at that time, and he comes up to me, and he knocks on my door, he's like, "Hey, you eating breakfast or what?" And I'm like, nah, it's dinner. I'm just getting home. You know,
But I mean, his dad like also lived that lifestyle.
Yeah.
So his dad's badass.
they
so.
get it. You know,
Yeah,
they get it.
understand.
yeah.
But that's the moral of the story is, if whatever time you're not working at your job, do something with that time. Go to the gym, make art, hang out with your friends, do something in that time, because you're not going to get it back.
Yeah, you're gonna like honestly, a lot of people have staled out. To be honest,
It's going to that's what leads to depression. It's that, just
whoa, relax.
I think so. No,
That's what stunts your growth.
Not solely the cause of depression, but it is definitely definitely a factor. But what the fuck were you saying?
That's what stunts your growth, though. Like, you know, like you get home, you get used to that routine of not doing anything. Putting yourself, I think they say it takes 16 days to make something a habit. You know, so
I
21.
60. Wow.
21.
16
different.
sounds very little.
I thought it was 60.
I thought it was
no,
it's 3 weeks.
It's 60 for
muscle memory.
muscle memory. My bad.
Yeah, it's 21 days to form a habit.
21 days to form a habit. So if you want to do something, like for example, you want to go to the gym, go to the gym for 21 days, of course, with the rest days in between, but 21 days straight, and then after that, by that 22nd day,
You're on autopilot. You're on autopilot.
You're autopilot, yeah.
Or what
it's just they just become habits.
Yeah, or what I think a little better view of it is, instead of saying, hey, go out as much as you can right now, avoid staying home as much as you can, I think you need a healthy balance of both.
Yeah.
Because when I go out too much, I get drained. When I stay home too much, I get drained. But when I have a healthy balance of, I'll go out today, tomorrow, stay home 2 more days, go out, stay home. When you balance it out, I think that's the perfect way to do it.
It can probably get, I don't know.
Because you can get burnout from both things, from going out, and you can get burnout from staying home.
Yeah, most definitely you can get burnout.
So I think what it is, what it truly is getting a perfect balance, like everything else in life.
That's the key.
Everything in life.
I felt
is
that
balance.
burnout too. Like, remember when we used to go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday? It
was amazing.
Dude.
Amazing.
I was burnt out.
Well, I mean, obviously, after a while, you're like, all right, we take a day off. Dude, last summer 2019, I went out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I rested Sunday.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's a period where I would see Gus's story, and it was a beer in the hand every day. I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's how I got the.
I
gut
do
that
the
I have.
opposite. I do nothing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll go out Sunday.
I can't.
You go out on Sundays.
On Saturdays. My
okay,
bad.
I'm like, damn, dude, that's church.
That's too much. That's too much time off.
No, man.
That's too much time off.
It just depends,
I need time in my sanctuary.
Like
I mean,
maybe
that's fine, but to me, like I can't do that.
Maybe Ed's bar is playing games.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's another thing. What I mean by staying home is just you just do nothing.
Yeah.
You can stay home and game on.
But there are
Game
times
with a
where I
purpose.
genuinely like to stay home and do nothing. And I'm not just trying to say this to argue, but there are a lot of times where I like to stay home and I'll put a TV show. I'll even just put random YouTube videos on and I just literally sit there and fucking exist. And it feels good.
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes being a vegetable.
As long as you want to do that, then it's not time wasted.
But then what happens when I want to do that 5 days out of the week?
I mean, eventually you probably get
might
burnt
get
out of it.
Yeah, and then that's where it goes back to going out a few days in between.
I mean,
you're gonna get burnt out
on life,
I think
bro.
You're gonna get burnt out doing things that you want.
Yeah, I think it's just everybody has their different of their balance of how many times they go out.
Yeah.
So for you, your threshold is fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and my threshold is Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, this is in the context of going out. It can be. We all have different hobbies we prioritize or whatever.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah. So
I just like spending time with my friends.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good
Dude,
thing.
and it's always funny when no one wants to hang out with Gus or no
I
one
get
hangs
frustrated.
out. Dude.
No, yeah,
he
dude.
starts doing weird shit.
I was with him. We were preparing the carne for a while, and I think you were supposed to come, but you were on a date with a certain someone, and then Gus dude,
why didn't he tell
you?
me?
Why are they not here yet? I mean, this is long ago. It's probably half a year ago.
Yeah.
But Gus was like, dude, what's going on?
Yeah, I remember that time. I was like, why the fuck? You kept dodging why you weren't coming, and then I kept calling you, and then you finally told us that you were with a girl, and I was like, dude, if you would have told me that from the beginning, I would have stopped calling you because I know you're with a girl.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, if you're gonna be with a girl, tell us that you're gonna be with a girl. That way we don't bother you.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell us that you're gonna be with a girl, then we're gonna assume you're doing something else, and I'm able to bother you.
So Gus's hobby is hanging out with the homies, which is pretty sick.
I love hanging out
Gus
with
is notorious for dragging me out of my fucking room, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
I mean, he woke you up today, so
Yeah,
I
I fell asleep. I was not gonna. Today we all hung out and we had cheddars. I wasn't gonna go to that because I fell asleep.
And yes or no was it not a badass time?
That was a good time. I had.
Dude, it was.
we did everything.
Wait. Have you ever regretted a time that I've dragged you out?
Never.
yeah.
I'm gonna. My answer is no.
No,
but
and
I'm trying to think.
please be honest. Have you ever regretted a time where I've dragged you out?
Nope. Never. It's always been a great time.
I know you love it.
But it's a great time. It's a great time because we make it a great time.
I mean, that's
It's a collective
that's
effort.
the point.
Yeah.
Gabe, have you regretted a time that I've dragged you out?
He pulls out a fucking list.
Like it's always fun. Always
You
have
know what
fun.
I don't get when people say like, oh, like I had a bad night or that night sucked.
Well,
or it was
honestly,
boring.
Yeah,
sometimes I do. Like it's not my vibe.
No,
you know?
but you can.
I remember that time I took you to AJ's and you were like, it's not my vibe.
Yeah, it's
You
not my
just kinda
vibe. I
like-
just left.
And you just like, and that's fine with me. Like, dude, all right.
Yeah.
You're your own person. If you
But
don't want to stay there, it's fine.
you know, I did it. So it's
Yeah,
like,
But I think if you go with enough homies, you can change the vibe of what's going on.
I think that's
in
true.
that place. Yeah, because dude, how many times have we gone to like House of Whiskey
Such a
and
Gen
it's just
Z quote.
right?
If you go with your homies, enough homies, you can change
If
the
you
vibe.
vibe hard enough.
It's like you can literally change the vibe of a place if you go with your homies. Like,
No, but is that not
that's
true? Like
good.
I
No,
feel like
it's-
you
I
can
think that's very
definitely.
true.
for lack
Yeah.
of better terms,
For lack of better
that
terms,
is,
yeah,
that is a
yeah,
perfect
you
way
can
to say
really
it.
change the environment around you based on the people you bring into that environment, right? So like, how many times have we gone out and we change the way like what's going on there? Like we go to like AJ's and it's like people singing like country music and we're like, all right, fuck that, let's sing pop punk, and it changes, you know. And it only takes one domino to knock them all over.
Yeah, or I think a great example of that, kind of, well, not great, a shitty one, it would be Zoomies. I think the way we ran our Zoomies
Oh, it was great.
is completely different than any other Zoomies I've been to.
oh yeah, I've been to the one in San Antonio
They
a
suck.
few. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
the generic
I still like
Zoomies
Zoomies.
vibe on all of them.
Yeah,
and
we
like
make it
in
fun.
Laredo is like
Yeah, and then
Respect
people
it.
would come to the Laredo one. We had Spanish music blasting. We had genuine connections with people, and that's not to say other ones don't.
fonts with the cowboy hats.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you know, again, different shapes and sizes. Fucking Los, big as fuck. Me wearing weird ass shit. Gus being Gus. You know, like
I think I'm pretty basic.
I honestly think I'm pretty basic sometimes too. So it's okay. And I think
I don't think you're basic.
thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being basic.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being
Like
basic.
I wear jeans and a shirt most of the time,
Oh, you
You
meant like
know what? I
that.
always think about this
or
shit.
short shorts and a shirt.
Like, have you ever seen like a picture of like your parents and you're like, wow, like they looked so cool, like they're probably so interesting, but like you go back and that shit was probably basic too. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean, it's probably just in the style.
yeah, it was it's not that you're basic, it's just what's in right now.
Yeah, and there's
Right.
nothing wrong with being basic. Like y'all were saying. Like I fucking wear Vans every fucking day, dude, and that's like one of the most commonly worn shoes.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
Bro,
with
I
that.
avoided Vans forever because I didn't want to wear them because everyone wore them. And I really wanted some like skate shoes, like slip-ons.
Oh
Like,
my
no one had any like I can try on in person
Oh my
besides
fucking
Vans. I'm like, fuck it, do whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I like them. It's like my fifth pair. So
Nice. Fuck yeah.
But and that we definitely went off our topics a little bit.
I mean, you can touch the weed legalization pretty fast.
I mean, we're over an hour
Yeah,
already.
we were
about
saving
an
for
hour
next time.
15 in.
Pasha wants to do that
Pancho's-
topic,
I want
yeah.
Pancho's opinion on that because
Yeah, 'cause he was the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
so.
of his
Okay.
viewpoint.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, you guys, it's been another great episode. Again, Ed hit us with the Mikey music.
We went a little longer because we went a little longer in break.
And again, you guys, please bear with us. Again, we are a little rusty. We're getting back in the studio, but let's just fucking have a great time, right?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, again,
Thanks, Gabe, for
coming.
huge shout out. Drop
See how he makes things about himself a little
I
bit?
did it. I always said was thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Well, thank you very much for listening.
Again, really quick, a huge shout out to Audio
Cradcakes.
World. Yeah, Audio World and Cradcakes. Go ahead and check them out on Instagram.
Mikey on Spotify.
Yeah, of course, man. Mikey with an exclamation point on Spotify. What's his Instagram?
What's good, Mike? And this is his single, Scion. It's really good. So
Sweet, man. All right, man.
support your locals.
I'm gonna try to fix the Wi-Fi before next episode. Yeah, like I have to.